Any time of day, you can look east of the Las Vegas airport and see a line of airplanes coming in for landing, perfect as a string of Christmas lights. Especially for the past few years, the flow of air traffic seems constant and unrelenting as a force of nature. We don't see the same level of utilization for the city's public transit. In 2002, Harry Reid International Airport saw 53 million passenger trips, while in the same year, Southern Nevada's RTC bus system saw 41 million trips, despite being a small fraction the cost and designed for everyday use. But we're here for more than bemoaning the bus system. In fact, better get your bus fare ready because we're riding routes where passengers really do line up like a string of Christmas lights to hop aboard the bus. That bus is the Game Day Express. The community is Las Vegas. This is Public Good, a podcast about public spaces and the people you find there. I'm host Tashina Loscano. Today we're riding the twists and turns of the Regional Transportation Commission of Southern Nevada, or RTC bus system, to talk with a wide range of passengers from everyday commuters at the bus stop to sports fans en route to the stadium home game. We'll ask about the ups and downs of the journey and see if the ride is worth the wait. First, let's go right to the heat of the action. Standing in the aisle of a bus packed with Knights fans speeding down the 215 Beltway towards T-Mobile Arena. All right, so we're on the Game Day Express, and the bus is packed. I ran into Elma and Annette. They're on their way to the big game. Can you tell listeners where you're headed?
To the Knights game, preseason game.
All right, we've made our way up to the top of the double-decker on the Game Day Express. We found Jay. Jay, you mentioned this is your first time on the bus?
Yeah, first time. It's great. This is the way to go. Absolutely.
What are you expecting the environment to be like on the way back?
A bunch of happy fans, crazy hockey fans, because we won the game.
My name's Tashina. What's your name?
My name is Samuel.
Samuel. Have you been on the Game Day Express before?
Yes.
What do you expect is going to happen at the game tonight?
I expect us to win.
The foremost authority on Southern Nevada's mass public transit is the RTC, which oversees the bus service. Boxy movers that pull up to stops across the valley bearing their characteristic bronze and blue colors when they aren't wrapped in special advertising. In conjunction with the Las Vegas Raiders' first season with fans at Allegiant Stadium in 2001, RTC launched a special program called the Game Day Express. It is designed to provide mass transport to the 65,000-seat Dome Stadium, making it easier for fans to make their way to Raiders NFL games and UNLV college football games. The service also extends to T-Mobile Arena, home of the Vegas Golden Knights. The bus fare for Game Day Express is just $2 each way, paid in cash to the driver or through the Ride RTC app. There are roughly half a dozen pickup and drop-off locations across the valley, situated outside doors of our popular locals casinos. Big casino resorts off freeway exits, with ample parking and an obvious incentive for becoming the meeting place for waves of pre- and post-game traffic. That's where my car is parked as I'm walking down Dean Martin Drive. It's Sunday afternoon in Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Raiders have just finished beating the Patriots. We are outside of Allegiant Stadium where folks are lining up to hop aboard the Game Day Express on the way to different satellite locations and different route stops in the Las Vegas Valley area. Several different buses, several different lines here as folks are waiting to board the bus to head back to presumably where their vehicles are parked at other satellite locations. folks are decked out in their Raiders jerseys. I also see a couple of Patriot jerseys around here as well.
That's three.
Suri and Brett. You guys are in line here for the Game Day Express.
Right.
How was today's game?
Awesome. Raiders won, of course. So that's why it's awesome. So
Never easy.
yeah.
Always down to the last minute.
There you go.
So did you arrive to today's game on the Game Day Express?
Yes, we did. We parked at M and then took the shuttle from here. So
Have you traveled on the Game Day Express before?
yes, we have.
Monday
we
night.
love it. Yep.
Monday night we did.
Yeah. So
That was a good game too.
yeah.
How often do you use the Game Day Express?
Whenever it's available. So whenever there's a game. So we have season pass, so we come.
What is your experience like on the bus?
It's nice. Everybody's friendly. So everybody's happy when the right team wins.
Or not.
Yeah. So did you have any experience getting to Allegiant Stadium before Game Day Express, or you always use the Game Day Express?
We parked before.
We parked before, which was more of a hassle than ever.
Do you use the bus system otherwise in Las Vegas?
No,
Just for Game Day Express.
for Game Day Express, which is an awesome thing. So.
How was today's game?
Terrible.
What do you think you'll remember most?
The way we lost it for sure.
Did you arrive today on the Game Day Express?
Yes.
Have you used it before?
No, first time.
How was your experience on the first time on the Game Day Express?
It was cool. It's too many Raider fans, but it was cool.
So are you Las Vegas local or?
No, from California, San Diego.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
So how'd you hear about it?
This guy right here. Come on, don't be shy. Come in. This guy's cousin is a local here, and he's the one who told us about it.
Do you think that you'll use the Game Day Express again sometime?
Yeah, next time we come, for sure.
Hopefully you win next time.
Hopefully.
How was today's game?
Fun. In short,
Did you arrive today on the Game Day Express?
no, I didn't.
How'd you get here?
My brother dropped me off.
Got it. What's it like riding the Game Day Express?
I mean, it's convenient and easy.
So if you weren't riding the Game Day Express, most likely you would get a ride from a friend or something like that?
Yeah, or take an Uber, but obviously that's more expensive and kind of a hassle. So, yeah.
The Game Day Express is rounding its final corner to pull up to its stop. I do see one bus already there at the stop, presumably finishing up with its unload of passengers. All right, doors have opened and we're filing off. A lot of folks heading into the casino now. It was a pretty smooth ride despite the construction, despite the road closures. There was even a stalled bus in the middle of one of the turning lanes as we were trying to make our way over to our bus station, but we didn't make it. It was fairly peaceful, and that's everyone. Everyone has piled off the bus and on their way home. I'm Tashina Lascano. You're listening to Public Good. We've had some hot takes on this series, but this might be the most heated. No matter where you live, transportation is a big matter of debate and opinion. The time many of us spend on travel and commuting each week is huge, and it's often one of the largest expenses in household budgets. So it's no wonder we feel strongly. The stories I tell my friends and family and coworkers often revolve around travel. We talk about adventures on our commute just about as often as we talk about traveling to faraway places. 200 years ago, people were probably doing the same thing, and 2,000 years before that, much of how we experience change in our community is first encountered on a ride to work or run into town for errands. And like any animal returning to the pack, we report it back to our loved ones to help support shared survival and well-being. Even those with the most secluded or walkable lifestyles have an occasional need to venture outside the bubble and become part of the mass of humans moving from one place to another. But it's even worse if you don't let humans do their traveling about. That leads to violence and war, wrongful detainment, and the like. Similar to any other living thing, humans need the space to move and grow and access essentials for life. For Game Day Express, I'd say the essential access is to community and cultural gathering, Like a holiday caravan or a festival pilgrimage, the fans are united in purpose and excitement over one big shared destination. Other destinations of the RTC are more varied and mixed, serving a more varied and mixed demographic of passengers. To find out what types of essential access these passengers are pursuing, we'll have to go ask. Welcome to my home. We just stepped outside the front door, actually, and it's pretty chilly outside. Thankfully, I got a warm mug of coffee in my hands. We're gonna go walk down to the bus stop. It's a normal weekday, and we're gonna see if we can talk to some commuters, maybe some folks headed to some errands. Alright, so I'm here waiting at the bus stop with Paul. Paul, where are you headed?
I'm headed to downtown Henderson.
Are you there for pleasure, for work?
I'm there for my senior lunch. Downtown, across the street at the senior center.
Oh, what do you think they'll be having?
I don't know. I have no idea. It could be anything, but it'll be good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How long have you been waiting here at the bus stop?
I just got here.
Do you use the bus system a lot?
Many times every day. That's how I travel back and forth from Vegas to Henderson and back. I travel probably 10, 12 miles out.
How much does it cost?
I get a reduced fare, $17 for 15 days. Great deal.
What are the bus drivers like?
They're cool.
All right, I see it in the distance. Hi. How much is a day pass?
$5. It'll be good till this time tomorrow.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Where are you headed?
I'm just on my way to work right now.
What are the other people on the bus like?
Usually they just keep to themselves. Everyone who's on the bus for the most part is pretty understanding. It kind of feels like it's a doctor's office that's just always moving around, you know? So you feel like you're in an aquarium. But it's very closed off. Most of the time people are understanding, respective. If I had to just kind of put it in a one word, it'd be they're tired. Everyone on the bus is tired.
Tired. And it's Friday. Is it your Friday for work or?
Today's my Monday, so I'm going to be going to work, and this is kind of the beginning for me. I work closing shift, so it's one of those kind of things.
I'm Tashina.
Tashina?
Yes. Talking about the bus system today. Riding the buses. Are you going home? Are you going to work? Are you going to hang out?
I just bit my tongue. That means I'm talking too much. I was actually thinking about getting a haircut.
So the bus may be pulling up any time now. I'm here speaking with...
Sergey.
Have you used the bus system before?
Every day.
What do you think about it?
It's okay. I cannot drive anymore. I'm blind. I cannot drive anymore, so I gotta take buses. Beggars cannot be choosers.
Oh, I've been here almost 6 years, so yeah, I moved here from Ohio, and I use the bus a lot. I have a son that lives here, and he takes me to the store and whatever, but the bus, I go on my own miles.
What are the bus drivers like?
Oh, they're nice. Very nice. Cordial.
Do you think you'll continue to use the bus system?
Oh, yeah. Yes. It's convenient.
Probably be running a little late, but we'll get there.
That's kind of the attitude you have to have when you get on the bus, yeah?
Yep.
How long have you been using the bus?
I've been using the bus all my life. I started living here 2000.
What do you think about it?
It's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be nice to the wheelchairs go first, and then the walkers, and then the people that have carts.
What are the other passengers like?
Some are nice, and some are just stay to themselves. Some are nice, they'll let you sit next to them.
Do you use the bus to go to work, to go to appointments? What kind of things do you use it for?
I use it for work, appointments.
How much does it cost?
For me, with my disability card, it one way will be $1, the 24-hour one. Some people are doing $5. Ours is $2.50.
What do you think about the price?
I think it's reasonable. Ours is cheaper, but some people can't afford it.
What do you think they do then?
They try to ask the bus driver to get on, and then some of the bus drivers say no. You have to pay something. They just can't ride for free.
Well, you said you've been using the bus all your life. Do you think you'll continue to use the bus?
Yes, the bus is fine for me because it's more cheaper.
And we're waiting here at the bus stop. You're gonna hop on the bus and you're headed for where?
Some point, I got beat up by the streets. We got bad. I've never been this way. I'm tired of being here. I'm sick of this place. I never look back. I look forward. Like I said, don't ever give up.
All right. Kevin and I are over by the bus stop, and we're waiting for the bus to come down the street. In the interim, Kevin, where are you headed?
I'm going to Henderson, heading to Mohawk.
Is it for work, for pleasure?
To work.
Very cool. How long do you think it'll take you to get there?
Like 45 minutes. Sometimes it be long. The bus always be late at 2:17. Every day since I've been living in Vegas, the bus late.
Any other complaints that you would have about the bus system? Some things you would change?
They rule. It's stay crowded. I done seen the bus drivers mistreat handicapped. They'll pull off and leave them, telling them the bus is too crowded. Instead of making the other people get up. And I lived in 3 or 4 different cities, and I never seen they do a person like that before. I believe they deserve priority seats, you know, and they always late, and then they rule. I come from as they call it, the country, but they say it's the South, and I never seen get me treated like that. I lived in Chicago, I lived in Minnesota, and I never seen them treat people the way they have. You know, I'm just being honest. Thanks for the interview. I can't say you no more, but I'm just. And I'm not downplaying.
Yeah, no.
I'm not downplaying. It's just the truth. Most jobs have point systems, so they're not losing the job. We are losing the job since they're paying taxes. It's losing our jobs for the point system.
Hey, you say you're using the bus for work. Has that been a problem in the past?
The past 3 years I've been here.
So how do you manage that?
I get up 2 hours, an hour early.
Yeah, so you're here about 3 hours early.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What are the other passengers like?
You know, they off to themselves. I see some that probably have mental illness. The majority of the time, they mind their own business. They thank the bus driver, but I ain't never lived in a city where they thank the bus driver. I ain't never lived in a city. Thank them for what? Being late?
You gotta earn that thank you when you're Kevin.
Yeah, when you Kevin, I gotta earn my money, but you gotta earn your money, though. All right, they not losing jobs. We losing jobs.
You think you're going to continue to use the bus system?
No, ma'am. I really don't have to go through this, but I'm a man that I'm independent. I like to do it on my own.
All right, we're here with Jonathan, waiting for the bus. Jonathan, where are you headed?
I'm heading home right now from work.
How was your day at work?
Long. I had to be there at 7 this morning, and I just got off not too long ago, about at 4.
Did you get to work on the bus?
Yes.
How was that?
It was crowded. I would say the bus is definitely kind of efficient out here compared to where I used to.
Which was?
I used to live in Atlanta, and out there, it's not a very walkable city, but I like how out here the bus is everywhere, like along all the streets and all the roads. You can get everywhere, kind of cool, easy pass. But if you're going long distances, I wouldn't recommend it. I used to live in Centennial Hills until I recently moved over here. And it used to take me almost 3 hours to get to work and 3 hours back. So I do recommend, if you take the bus, live a little closer to where you need to go.
What are the bus drivers like?
Most of the time, they're just doing their job, Just they greet us on the bus and whatnot. I like them for the most part.
What are the other passengers like?
Everyone kind of keeps to themselves on the bus. Some of the normal people that ride the bus all the time and see each other. Like, I know they talk to each other a lot, and then, you have just some random people that will come on the bus and start talking to you. But most of the time, everyone keeps to themselves or is on their phone.
Do you think you'll continue to use the bus?
For the foreseeable future, yes. Until I can afford a car, definitely. But after I get my car, I might take the bus every now and then, like if I don't want to drive somewhere.
I owe a huge debt of gratitude to the voices on this episode. In these voices, I heard independence, resilience, tolerance, and most of all, strength. People who regularly depend on public transportation have to be strong because the bus ride doesn't come with sugarcoating. More likely, the bus ride is accompanied by high-definition, unfiltered reality, delivered in unpredictable ways. Like a woman wearing pajamas that say, "I heart catnaps," and eating an entire pizza from the box. Like a man who introduced himself as a priest, dressed in many layers of freshly washed white clothes, reading me scriptures from the Bible and showing me court documents from being arrested the prior night for sleeping in the park. His 4th arrest for that same offense. One woman told me she likes to ride the bus because it allows her to people watch and observe the city's culture. One man told me he likes to ride the bus because drivers in our streets are too aggressive and he doesn't want to deal with it. Some people greeted the bus driver like a buddy, others criticized the drivers for being cold and disengaged. I saw babies, I saw elders, people with bikes, people with wheelchairs, people with suitcases, people with wagons, shopping bags, and grocery baskets. Steel-toed boots and bare feet, kitchen aprons and sleeping bags, a jar of natural peanut butter and clear plastic Tupperware of mac and cheese, fresh packs of cigarettes, and shiny bike helmets. Countless faces reflected in mirrors, windows, phones, and security cameras. When we first started this series, I didn't fully realize what I was getting myself into. Halfway through it, I started to have some serious anxiety about asking people for interviews. It was the courthouse episode, and I really didn't want to talk to people. They're already going through so much. They don't need some rando nobody asking if they want to talk into a microphone for some program they've never heard of. It's one thing if it's in a park, but it's something else entirely on the steps of a courthouse or outside a public health center. And it wasn't until then that I realized a lot of this program is about talking to strangers. Talking to people I've never met before, and they've never met me, because in cities like this, public spaces aren't filled with people we know. They're filled with people we've never met before and may never see again. In a small town, communities can more easily leverage bonds of family and friendship to ensure the future of shared spaces they rely upon. In a big town, communities are more reliant on the intrinsic merits of the space itself to mobilize the necessary forces and funding to see public spaces are continued into the future. If you talk with administrators at the library, Parks and Recreation, or the health district, and we did, they'll tell you that future funding and support is never guaranteed. I think one of the big reasons why people said yes to speaking on the podcast is because they want a safe and better future for our public spaces. They want to see services continued and made available and accessible to anyone and everyone. Maybe that's also one of the reasons why you're listening right now. Whether it is or not, I so deeply appreciate your openness to joining the journey through my strange navel gazing and through some less than ideal audio quality. I'm happy we had the opportunity to put a mic on the ground around faces and places it doesn't often happen. The place is RTC Route 217, transfer to 110. The community is Las Vegas. I'm host Tashina Lascano. Thank you for being part of the public good.